I'm up. My bedroom, well, not my bedroom, my bedtime hours have changed again. I mean, by the time I go somewhere and I get back and I, settle down and I fall asleep. Then after I even do that, I wake up in these type of hours. So that the pain is not real bad. But right now, I'm up. I'm gonna do a little bit drawing. That's it, and then I'm gonna get myself back in the bed because I know I have an early morning doctor's appointment to see the surgeon. And I want to show you my new box, Mom. This is what I gotta use when I have my trouble talking. My speech therapist, he wants me to talk, but he don't want it to get where, it gets bad and it then cause me to, have trouble speaking and cause my headaches and all that more. So I say I will give this a try so I can know. It'll help me to know when it's time to, say, stop. That's enough. You can't talk no more. It's going to get bad. And you need to rely on the machine to talk for you. So I'm going to get used to it, play with it a little bit. And I see him continuously so he can help me and work with it. I wouldn't have thought all these years that when I get a certain age I wouldn't be able to talk and I would have to have a machine to help me talk. Never know our future. Only if the Lord reveals it to you, then you might see. But other than that, no. It don't say it, alright? So I'm up here. I'm up here watching the movie, not a movie, the TV show ID. And I watch it a lot. I mean, I watch it so you can have the idea of what to do and not to do if you get into a situation, with somebody that's doing something against the law. And it points out a lot of things too that you got to be aware of and know what's going on in our world today when it comes to crime and violence. Now, I've been watching it a while now since I've had the channel, and my concern is the police officers, they get on there often and they say, for example, they say Alaska is a ground for people to go, criminals can go and just disappear and nobody knows they're there. And Mexico is one that they can go deep in Mexico and they can hide out there. My concern is, what are you going to do about it? Okay? Because if you know all these hideout places that they are at, what are y'all going to do to try to form a team? Just like they did the FBI form a team, you need to form a team for somebody to go deep in there or do something so people will feel safe. Because I mean, those folks, they go and they hide out in Alaska, and next thing you know, you getting a lot of murder down there. And the same thing in Mexico, and you're wondering why what's happening. Hey, because all the murderers, rapists, molesters, child molesters have, hide out to these places. And I know some cities, depend on the police officer to expedite, that person to where they, did the crime. Because I know Mexico City, it's kind of rough with them when it comes to, say, sending somebody back. You do have that protection. So my concern is, why do they have that protection in Mexico that if they commit a crime, they probably don't have to do that time for that? That's something that we as people of this world need to work on doing, so it won't continue on. Because like I said before, and I always say, our decisions that we make today have to do with our future, the things that tomorrow. And would you like the next generation to, that are put upon them? So if it remains the same, is when are they going to see the change so they can move forward to something else? Because it was like, hey, what y'all do with it? Y'all left us this. I mean, that's how it is. Every generation is leaving something behind, and I'd rather, if you leave something positive and helpful for our young people. And I mean, just like I say, police officer and FBI agents, if you know this, what are y'all doing about it, man? What are y'all doing about the fact that they are hiding out in these places? You know it. What are you doing about it? So I just wish my concern addressed that, so we can have a more safer world. Because I mean, there's still some things in our world that needs to be taken care of. It really is. So I mean, I know I talk about it, and I know I got to do my part, and I do try to do my part in the best of my ability that I can do it without getting sick. So y'all, we got to do it together. I mean, I was looking, as I saw before, and it just makes me smile. And I'm looking at all these birds. If you look up in the sky and you see birds, I mean, that I saw today, there was, I don't know, maybe 10, maybe more birds. It wasn't a whole lot. But they were, everywhere that one went, that one went. Everywhere the other one went, they went. And they were close, net harmony in the same direction. And I thought, if the birds know that we got to be together in harmony, and we are together, wherever you go, I go, why is not our people like that? Why is there so much separation between us? Why are we not going in that harmony state like the birds are? That's something, we got to think about and need to think about in our future. I mean, I'm all for peace, love, hope, unity, and I say one love. I'm down for that, for communicating, because communication is really a problem in our society today. I mean, so many people, especially institutions, they have a problem of not communicating with each other, because they'll tell somebody one thing and then you go somewhere else and it's another thing. And that kind of like a communication should not happen in our society. Just like when I was in the hospital and I was getting ready to be released, I'm asking, can I call my ride yet to be released? This girl said, okay, you can. Then the other nurse, she sit up there and she, said, well, could you hold off a bit because, we have to get this and all this together. Now, and then when it came to about time for me to get ready to go, they had to hurry up and help me get down there so I could get ready to go for my ride before they left. And it's just like that. If that nurse would have talked to the other nurse, communicated, then I wouldn't have to rush because they are in one and they'd be on the same page. And when it was time for me to leave, everything would be out the way and I wouldn't have to rush to go down there because I wouldn't have called my ride so soon. So communication is very important in our world today. And I know y'all see me say a lot of things about famous people, singers, movie stars, because like I said, I wrote 95% of them don't say nothing to me. Nobody don't have to say anything to anybody. They have that choice. They do. But I think I'm looking more of the situation like, if I'm telling you, great job, happy birthday, you see, well, you may not see, when my birthday is and what's going on. Just like I put out that petition for the GED. None of them took the effort and the time out to, to be a part of that. But they want me and others to be a part of what they do. So I don't want to be that type of person that say, hey, since you didn't do it for me, I'm going to do it for you. I try to move aboard and further than that kind of mentality. Because, it's going to take us communicating and doing it together. But if you want to react like that to me, I understand that's you and your given right to do that. I can't make you say anything to anybody. But it does make me withdraw from famous people, so I don't say more like I used to. I just kind of say what's on my mind. That's what I do. So, I know that's something to think about. So I'm gonna do a little something here and see how I go, because I know it's 3 o'clock now. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we're gonna put that at that 8 o'clock, and I gotta see, am I gonna go to sleep? But I don't want to oversleep. So we'll see how that goes. See how we roll. So until then, please take care of yourself, take care of each other, spread some hope and some peace and one love in your community, in this nation, in this world. But it is that will help us make it through. So, peace, hope. Bye-bye.